Konnichiwa, welcome back. Today, I want to ask you one question. What would you say if sincerity brings you wealth into your life? I want to talk about my mentor Wahei Takeda, who passed away a few years ago, unfortunately. He was called Warren Buffett of Japan. He was a very wealthy man. He started very young as a candy factory owner. And he became one of the most successful individual investors in Japan. And he was one time a major shareholder of more than 100 public companies in Japan. As I learned about wealth and happiness through his teachings, he taught us everything about money in a very Zen way. And one of the learnings I had with him is money EQ is more important than money IQ. There are so many intelligent people, smart people, savvy people financially, but they end up losing everything because they have low money EQ. And today, I want to talk about why money EQ is important. And one of the words he taught me is Maro Up. That is an abbreviation, is Magokoro Up. Magokoro means sincerity, true heart, and a generous self in you. So he believed that if you raise up your sincerity level and if you become a more generous person and more loving person, that will be the factor to attract wealth. And I learned from him for about 10 years, and he taught me everything I need to know about money EQ. Why was I attracted to him? I'm going to share a few stories. He started out as a young boy and whose father was a factory owner, and they were making sweets. And as he grew, he wanted to learn about business. So he started his own factory in the Northern Island, and he became very successful. And as his business grew on the side, he started investing. His business philosophy is very unique and yet very simple. In his cookie factories, he has a big stereo speakers. They're playing kids' songs all over 24/7. It's about thank you. So while his cookies are being made, cookies listen to the song of thank you more than 1 million times. So by the time the cookies are made, the cookies have listened to 1 million thank you. So when they melt in baby's mouth, Wahei believed that it's going to impact baby's body with love and compassion and generosity. That's how he made business. And whenever he goes around, he was carrying gold coins in his pockets. And whenever we saw a beautiful smile on the street or in a cafe one time, he congratulates with his gold coin to the ladies and or the waiters and waitresses. And what was amazing is that that person feels the gold coin, and they usually cry or like super surprised because they've never been complimented about their smiles. And Wahei with a big smile says, "You have the best smile in the world. Keep shining, keep smiling, keep blessing the world. And then I want to congratulate you with my gold medal. So keep smiling for the rest of your life." And usually by then, that person cries and say, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will." And later I ask him, "But you're losing $600 worth of coins every time you give. Isn't that a loss for you?" And he said, "Ken, no kidding. I'm gaining so much. I regard it as a great shopping because I bought somebody's lifetime of smile with only $600. And also, from the standpoint of gold coin, which is happier, the gold coin in my pocket or gold coin in her pocket? It's obvious." So Wahei's teaching is always that way. And he taught me by actions. So the way he generously interacts with people, everybody fell in love with him, and somehow, miraculously, all his investment grew. If there's any god of investing, that God is beside Wahei, and with all the money he made, he gave out money so generously to many charities. The biggest thing he taught me is Maro Up. That means if we raise our consciousness of abundance and prosperity, we can attract more in life, meaning more materialistic things and also great opportunities around you. So Maro is a short version of Magokoro, which means sincerity. So when you're generous with somebody, he or she will be generous back to you. So the way he lived his life, all through his life, is very interesting because the people he helped are going to not necessarily directly helping him back, but the essence of Maro Up is in appreciation. Wahei said, appreciation opens doors for so many other things. Because when you appreciate, things appreciate. And I'm not talking about just spiritual practice. He taught me with all the examples. She is one of my students who was getting paid very poorly in a working environment. She was a secretary. She didn't also have a college degree, but she was complaining about her situation because she didn't get any money. She's not getting a raise for years. But after learning about this Maro Up, appreciation, she began to appreciate about her situation. She didn't have any college degree, but her boss hired her and kept her. So she started thanking her boss by writing a card, by saying thank you in person. And a few weeks later, she got a big raise. So this appreciation is not just a spiritual practice. It somehow opens doors for opportunities. Definitely, appreciation connects people. If you appreciate it, you want to appreciate her or him back. And if you appreciate your partners, your kids, your parents, they appreciate you back. So this appreciation is interesting. It's contagious. Once you start saying thank you, the other person would also say thank you. So this cycle of appreciation grows. That's what Wahei believed, and that's what Wahei wanted this world to be. So Wahei didn't teach us only about the spiritual practice. He taught us about investing because he was a great investor. But his teaching was rather Zen-like. One time I asked him, I wanted to know the tips, which stocks would go up and go down. I asked him, how do you choose which company to invest or not? He, with a big smile always, he said, it's very simple. Invest in companies that have high values and virtues because they are likely to make more money. If they're impacting the world, they're likely to get money back later on. So invest in companies that have high values and virtues. But we didn't get it. And so we asked Wahei, so how can you tell that companies have high virtues and high values? And Wahei smiled and he said, unless you have high values and high virtues, you cannot see them. So Wahei's teaching was very Zen Buddhist-like. And so sometimes people don't get it, but I got it so deeply. If you want to be wealthy, you have to own a pond. And every morning, you just drink as much water as you want, but the morning after, there will be enough water back. So if you own a pond, you'll be wealthy. Those answers are so Zen, but I got it. So I started writing a series of books that would keep selling after Wahei's ideas. So I realized for me, for example, owning a little pond was writing bestsellers. For some people, real estate business. For some people, having royalties. For some people, other kind of business that keeps bringing in money. But if you start thinking, what is your pond for you? It's so interesting. I've taught this philosophy to hundreds of thousands of people. They came up with so many creative ideas to own a small pond. So it takes some time to really get it, but doing Maro Up on the first step is to appreciate what you have in your life. So the essence of Maro Up, there are two kinds of living, shifting up and shifting down. If you appreciate what's coming into your life, somehow you feel more excited about what you do, and then that reflects back to you. So you're going in the flow of uplifting. And on the other hand, if you start complaining about your environment, you kind of start this downshifting without knowing. So either you are upshifting or downshifting. So the easiest way to Maro Up is start appreciating. That gives you this angle of upshifting. Whatever happens in your life, don't complain, is what Wahe said. So when they're fired from work or if they're getting a divorce, Wahe always said, congratulations, you're going to now start a new life. So just start living your life fully. So whenever bad things happen, Wahe used to say, congratulations, don't worry about it. This is a great sign of your life turning around. So because of Wahe's teachings, I have 4 or 5 different envelopes. Whenever I see or meet somebody who is in need, I try to give out some envelopes, depending on the intensity of the bad luck. Like say you're into a car accident, I have $100 bill, and if you lost your house, I have about $1,000 worth of cash and give it to them and say, congratulations, your luck will shift. And Wahe was a master in bringing everybody upshifting after meeting him. So I hope I'll do the same way with you or with everybody, because when you start upshifting, life will change dramatically. And the key is to appreciate what's in your life. So I'm going to share with you 5 tips to Maro Up. The first one is to be in this present moment. He used to say, only to be in this present moment, you can change your life. If you go back to your past and think about it, you cannot change your life. If you go to your future and try to plan things, you cannot change your life. You have to be in this moment, to be here, present. And that way is the only way to shift your life. And second, as I explained before, start appreciating what you have in life. It's not just about appreciating good things, appreciating negative things. Because Wahe said, there's no negative, there's no positive. Just appreciate whatever you have in life. Number 3 is stop complaining. The reason why Wahe says stop complaining is that even if you are in a negative situation, there must be some good in that too. If you're in a bad relationship, that is usually a trigger to go for a better relationship. So if you start complaining, you lose the power to change your life. So he said, focus on something else. So that's why he said appreciation overrides complaints. Number 4 is listen to your intuition. Wahe always said, your intuition is the key. You know everything. You know more than you think. Wahe asked me, what does your heart say, Ken? So when you hear your own wisdom, your deep intuition, there's always a right answer for you. So you have to practice what your intuition is telling you. And number 5 is letting go of your outcome of attachment to things. Wahe was living like a monk, even though he had so much in material things and financial things, and everybody loved Wahe, his neighbors, his friends, his workers, his customers, and all the children who visited his children's sweet castle, which is, he built a real castle. But as much as he had no attachment. He let go of things so easily. Whatever he has, he gives it to people. One time I did a birthday party for him. I got about 600 people for him. Because he has everything. So I wanted 600 young people sing a happy birthday song for him. And he was so super excited and thankful for my friends and students. So he said, whoever got even with stones and scissors and paper, I'll give you a gold coin. Everybody was so excited. And the way he did it, so everybody won. And he gave out hundreds of gold coins that day. So I saw him finding joy in detachment. So if you find yourself, you're attaching to something, this is a great opportunity to let go. If you let go, things will move faster. Now you're going to have a lot of fun. My good friend, Dr. Scott Mills, is going to take you through the brain training that will take you to the deep state of appreciation. Enjoy that.